Hey, thanks for checking in on Bathtub Sir, and welcome back to Pyre. We are picking up right where we left off last episode on the back of a win against Sir Gilman and Sir Deluge. You know, the weird worm sea creature buddy thing, guys. Anyway, we beat them pretty easy. We took out Jodariel, Tizzo and Faye, and we smashed them. So let's get out of this now and see what happens next. Until the next rite, indeed. Man, each rite we play, I'm enjoying it more and more. It's like I don't know, it's like a really fast-paced brain teaser. It's hard to explain. Maybe that's a horrible metaphor for it, but it's a lot of fun. So, after faulting the Pyre Hearts rather decisively, you at last return to the wagon with your companions. There is little discussion of the Pyre Hearts, who seem to have already swam off towards wherever the next stars directed them. Instead, your fellow exile's attention turns towards your companion who was absent for the rite. Is that Hedwyn? How is Hedwyn? The Lone Minstrel makes a sound, but no words form, as yet. Something is troubling him. I urged him to remain bedridden. And he simply would not listen. I am very sorry, but... Wait, what? Everyone stares at the Lone Minstrel in stunned silence. Yeah, what the hell is wrong with Hedwyn? I mean, he was seasick. It wasn't life-threatening, was it? The Lone Minstrel breathes a heavy sigh. But then... Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? Minstrel, I should wring that neck of yours. As I was attempting to explain, Hedwyn is already up and about, despite my having strongly recommended further rest. Those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage and take ill, they are very likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden, or at least sedentary. I think that means like stay still, like a rock. I'm not sure. Hedwyn is running a considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort. What are you, a doctor? Nay, although I travelled once with one, extensively. Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Tarek, but I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to see how things turned out tonight. I haven't had to stay out of a rite like that before. So, you are back among the living then, Hedwyn? I was just seasick. Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we could all use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you, everyone, for your concern, and I'm sorry that I worried you, or caused you further burden. He turns to you. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. You follow him outside where the night sky awaits. Oh, well, I'm glad Hedwyn's alright. I knew he'd be fine. He's just a bit seasick. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the rite back there without me being in there. I could rest easy knowing you and the others would get through it. That's two we've made Hedwyn skip now. I feel a bit bad. He should probably remain in the next few. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to imagine where we'll be off to next. We're well past anywhere in the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. Oh, that's a little uncomforting. It really is uncharted territory then. He bids you a good evening as you turn your attention back to the sky. Alright stars, where to next? I mean, I feel like we could take on anywhere now that we've conquered the sea. Maybe a volcano? Hell, even a cavernous cavern. I'll take on anything. This purple one? Triesta, the Silver Star. The Silver Star burns bright over the fissured lands of Black Basin. Interact to determine the location of the next rite. Okay, come on then, purple Triesta. What you got? Whoa, that's a flaming unicorn? Or was that a unicorn with breasts? I need to have another look. Still, further north then. Not simply north. This shall prove difficult. What's the problem? Oh, we're going to turn into a flying wagon next? Is the ground too, like, beat up? Our destination is beyond the Deathless Tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. Now what the hell is the Deathless Tempest? A tempest raging in the Sea of Solace seemingly for all eternity. The storm that arose after the death of the sea titan, unfathomed plumes, never has entirely subsided. Right, so there's a horrible storm and it's going to be too rough for our black wagon boat? Can't we go around it? Given our confrontation with the Pyre Hearts, our chances back in worm-held waters would be even worse. Come on, people. It'll be just another day in the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we still can. Bet you'll feel better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious. Isn't it? You all concur that rest is in order, for the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall have to find a way to sail past the deathless tempest. I say we go over it. Well, that probably is also a bad idea. Right, who wants to have a chat? Oh, Tizzo! How you doing, buddy? He seems to have something on his mind. What's on your mind, guy? Tizzo has been in a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea, and seems pleased to see you. Well, that's good. Tizzo is grateful at having had the opportunity to catch a fish for old time's sake. Oh, no problem, dude. You caught an awesome fish. I'm pretty sure we sold it for a pretty penny as well. Tizzo is asking if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. I don't know, what is it? The thrill of the catch, reeling in a big one, the hunt, what is it? You sense his inquiry is rhetorical in nature, so you anticipate his response. Whoa. Tizzo loves catching fish because he hates them and everything they stand for. Oh man, we got a fishist in our midst? What's wrong with fish, Tizzo? He has devoted his life to the eradication of their kind ever since they killed his family. Oh my god, I mean, you got your work cut out for you. There is an unimaginable number of fish in the sea, I believe. He seems on the verge of tears, though as far as you is aware, imps cannot cry. Oh, what? That sucks. Then he leers at you, eyes wide, expecting a response. It seems he told you a joke. Oh my god. Oh, sure, we'll laugh heartily. I mean, I just did there. Oh, Tizzo, you joker. You muster your best belly laugh following Tizzo's joke. He stares at you sidelong for a moment. Oh, does he not believe us? Tizzo admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Ron pays a lot of soul for them. He sure does. He snickers back at you and bounces off. See you later, buddy. He gained 1+ hope. Awesome, we'll keep that in mind. Maybe you'll make another appearance. I mean, Jodariel done pretty good, and she was severely lacking in hope. But now, I mean, I'm sure we should be able to interact with all these items everyone has. I don't really understand it. Is it just to decorate our black wagon? Is that what it is? I love how the books are in order. Oh, I wonder if Sandra has another scribe trial for us. A visit from my favourite reader. What is the occasion? Request the scribe trial? Nope, we cannot. Should we see what's on our mind? I do appreciate the effort to make small talk with me, reader. Anything to break from the monotony of staring at the void within this place. Not that I could see it if I tried. She laughs at this, or maybe at herself. Certainly, I could make talk with my fellow Beyonders, trapped here as they are with me. You might expect that we would all keep each other company. There's just one problem there, however. We're all sick of one another. She laughs again, perhaps not at her joke, but instead at her predicament. I do exaggerate to some extent, but there is a certain truth in this. We have been stuck together long enough that we have grown more distant rather than more close. But I'd best not wear out my welcome with the likes of you. I have long since done with all the others here. So, carry on for now. And if those fools with whom you travel learn something, come bring them forth to me, and I shall see to it that they learn some more. Alright, brilliant. It was nice talking to you, I guess, Sandra. I really just want you for your scribe trials. Right, shall we hit the road then, or at least turn in for the night, and see what the game has in store for us next. This feels like a really fun journey we're going on, you know. Just everyone we've met. Oh wow, so we go Ragged Rock, Froth Sea, and we need to get to Stormwall. So the South Current towards Stormwall brims with large sea creatures, and Tizzo wants us to go this way. Ragged Rock sounds pretty cool. Oh, the North Current towards Stormwall passes by old carcasses of ships long gone. Rookie spotted wreckage in the area and believes there could be valuables to find. Wow, but then look at all this really turbulent water there. I mean, the allure of sort of almost sunken treasure really calls to me. I think we have to go Rookie. I really hope we don't get shipwrecks though. That would suck a lot. Or I hope we don't lose any hope or anything like that. The remnants of a shattered fleet do little to raise the confidence of your companions. Given that the massive deathless tempest rages to the north, not far from your position, we're going to lose hope, aren't we? We ought to be more concerned with that storm than in finding trinkets, Greentown. Ah, relax already, Jodie, and let me do my job. I don't show up when you're out there keeping watch and start telling you to come off it now, do I? I bet she wishes you do, though. You interrupt me in the middle of my work no fewer than 4 times per day. They go on like this for some time before turning to you. Investigating the wreckage is going to take time, but you may find something to show for it. Yeah, go for it. We've got faith in you, Rookie. Don't let us down, buddy. You suggest it may well be worthwhile to continue searching through the wreckage after having come this far. Rookie grins wide. Knew you'd see it my way, chump. Let us see what we can get. After an exhaustive search. Oh god, no. Oh, sorry chum. I think I was just chasing the refraction of the sun or something. There's nothing down there. Joe the Real fumes at all of this but says nothing. Crap, she's lost more hope. She is pretty much hopeless at this point. At least it was only Joe the Real that lost hope. It's a small victory, I guess. Because Ruki and the rest could have easily lost it as well. So that was quite the detour we took there. But anyway, it's fine. You and your companions look upon the deathless tempest. The stars demand you sail beyond it, yet the very thought is beyond reason. Then, something in the nearby water stirs, and from it springs something familiar. Oh, is it one of the worm dudes? Yeah, Sir Gilman, I knew it would be. Hold, good ladies and good sirs, this knight beseeches you to hear him, if you please. Oh, do you reckon he'll join us? I reckon he's deserted that sucker he was with, because he's been so rude. What is it now, worm? The rites are ended, we have no further need of you. Oh, but you do. And in turn, this knight has further need of you, good lady. Out with it, then. Let us be joined. Let this knight join you, please. Can you believe this, Hedwyn? Not really, no. Nay, look ye not so surprised. Your valour in the rites did stir this poor knight's soul. He swears to you, upon his long-lost honour as a would-be knight-errant of the sea dominion, that he shall serve you to the end. What about your other worm friends back there, the Pyre Hearts? They are base cowards. Yeah, so he's a bit salty with them dudes. This knight can no longer abide such spineless characters. Having witnessed true glory in our clash upon the hulk of horrors, never before have we been trounced so thoroughly. We did trounce you. And furthermore, this knight shall aid your passage through the deathless tempest. Is it not so that you seek passage to the north? With this knight's aid you shall achieve your wish. Sir Gilman continues to persuade you for quite some time. He seems to know a way to cross the storm, some sort of long-held secret among worms exiled to these waters. I should really check next episode if I'm saying that rightly, because it looks like I'm going to be saying it a lot. Joe the Real pulls the rest of you aside after Hedwyn gives her a look. Are you most sure that Sandalwood would want this thing along? Mostly sure. Sandalwood wants someone for each mask, and this one seems about as good as we're going to get. Joe the Real glowers back at the worm, who tries his best to look presentable. He's shut his eye and everything. Hedwyn is more gracious. He tells Sir Gilman that if he promises to help you cross the deathless tempest, then he can come along, for now. This knight is overjoyed, and he hereby swears to see you past the storm. Brilliant. And he's in love with us. Though first, this knight requires your consent. Give unto this knight your blessings in the name of the Nightwings, and thus shall he go forth. Sir Gilman seems to be asking your permission for something. So we can tentatively agree to whatever he's asking, so we can get on with it already. It's not clear to you as to what Sir Gilman intends for you to do right now. I think he just wants our blessing, saying yeah, you can join us for now. Let's not complicate things. Come aboard, Sir Gilman. As you begin to say something in response, Sir Gilman cries out in triumph. He vanishes into the depth. Yet, through this close encounter with him, you cling to some sense of where he's going and what he intends to do. Sir Gilman is determined to help you cross the deathless tempest, help see his mission through. Of course. That was a strange encounter. So Sir Gilman has an aura trail that extends behind him. Press B to snap to the ends of the trail and an aura slash. Right, okay, that's an interesting combat move. We'll have to see how that plays out. I'm sure we'll be using him in our next rite. Now, where's he gone? Determined to prove himself to you and the Nightwings, Sir Gilman emerges somewhere in the outer reaches of the Sea of Solace and calls out to you. Master Reader, if you can hear this knight, then he implores you now, lend him your guidance. This knight's objective ought to be not far east of here. Today, we shall bring peace to the embroiled sea. Know, however, that among this knight's brethren, the actions we are about to take are highly forbidden, but they are highly just. Thus, Sir Gilman sets forth to quell the storm that rages to the north. Ah, we'll be playing him now. Traverse the reef. Oh, hell yeah. And this is his trail. Whoa, that looks really effective if you ask me. Shall we slither? Oh, you slithery bastard, Gilman. Let's do this. Right, I wonder quite what this is. Oh, bloody hell. I don't know where to go. Traverse the reef. And the reef is what? Here? We can't slither through these. Oh, jump, of course. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. I'm almost embarrassed. What are they? Ugh! Yonder lie the foul spawn of unfathomed plans, spoiling the seas of their wrath. What the hell are unfathomed plans? The sea titan, once slain by the scribe under King Ores, her brood lies dormant in the sea. Tales of her monstrosities long spread across the world. Right, I didn't make it too much clear. They like spawn. Exiled worms within these waters have long harboured these abominations, using them to bar passage through the downsized channels for any save this knight's own kind. Be gone now from here, fiends. This knight shall finish what the Under King Ores started. Okay, we're gonna slash the shit out of you, I think. Hell yeah. And we can slash like that. Oh, brilliant, it's got a lot of range. I love it. Could even do that. Oh, I was hoping to get this big sucker. Oh, we just run into him. That's easier. But not as fun as slashing. Beautiful. Whoa, that looks really trippy. And the storm's lifted. Oh no, we've got to fight our own kind. It's got to be that stuttering fall. There he is. Hold it right there, you traitorous slug. How dare you turn your back on this knight, to your superior? Superior by rank no longer, for we no longer serve the Commonwealth. Last this night checked. Here, you hold no sway over this night. Ugh, and what have you done to the spawn? Have you no honour left at all? This knight has done that which required doing. His honour cannot sink much lower, anyhow. He figured this would be an ideal time to free himself from servitude to you. Why, you dare to staunch the tempest for those Nightwings? Good Sir Deluge. This knight was born to dare. Nice, that is an awesome catchphrase. Now, come and fight this knight, if you so dare as well. Oh, Pyre Hearts, banish him. This is an order. Right, bring it on. There's 8 of these suckers. Okay. There we go. That's it, follow me. Run into my aura, you silly, silly Pyre Heart. Oh, they don't stand a chance. This is a massacre. Okay, they will rue the day they faced Sir Gilman, won't they? What now, Sir Deluge? Shall you not face this knight yourself and leave the dirty work unto your charges? Fine, Gilman. You wish to stand against your commander, then have it your way. Sir Marsh, Lady Seagrass, to me, banish now this troublemaker. Who's Sir Marsh? He's a worm knight duty bound to serving Deluge, and is Lady Seagrass the same? She is. Alright, we can do this. Oh! Did we get him all in one? What a finisher. Sir Gilman, I tip my hat to you. I'm not wearing a hat, I have no idea where that come from. That's almost cringy. But you are the master of this night, no longer, Sir Deluge. Thus shatter our fraternal bonds. Hell yeah. This knight would say it was an honour serving you, Sir Deluge, but that would be a bald-faced lie. And yet another stain upon his blackened reputation. Until we meet again. Wait, you lowly traitor. This knight will have your head. Gilman! I think Sir Gilman has quickly become maybe my favourite character. He may have surpassed Tizzo. Brilliant. As the day wears on, there is still no sign of the Worm Knight. Your companions go restless, but then... Hail! This knight returns with newfound tales to tell and new scars to show for them. Oh dude, you didn't even get touched, don't worry. Sir Gilman is sopping wet and visibly shaken. He struggles to maintain decorum. He is, in short, the very image of a Worm Knight. And, more importantly, that little tempest ought no longer pose a threat for now. Behold! As if on cue, the deathless tempest begins to simmer and subside. This is awesome. The journeys and adventures we're going on. Okay, now we can pass. Would you look at that? He really did it. Of course this knight did it. Now, if it would be alright with you, this knight could really use some shut-eye. The Worm Knight then collapses in exhaustion. You and Headman help him up. The deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the Nightwings. Huzzah! Sir Gilman joined the group. He also revealed a path north for you. Bid him welcome. Welcome, dude. And now? Yeah, and now we pass the Deathless Tempest. Okay, let's do it. I'm excited. There'll be no death. Wait, I suppose it's a deathless. So there is no death in this Tempest. What are we worried about? It's like void of death. Anyway, where are we now? Oh, this looks cold. Very cold. Okay, well, are they like glaciers? Icebergs? With Sir Gilman's aid, you managed to breach the Tempest. You were true to your word, Worm. I shall give you that. But now what? We are stranded in this cursed storm. A most excellent question, and from one most fair. Call me that once more and I shall tie you in a knot. Oh, Jodoril. Ah, and from one most spirited as well. This knight was wise to side with you. Just, where do we turn from here? Answer the question, now. Sir Gilman does no such thing, although eventually he does make note of a specific current that should lead you to the lands beyond. If I may, I can corroborate Sir Gilman's account. We are close to making landfall. Then, let me be the first to say, let's go. You're on the verge of sailing across the Sea of Solace. Brilliant. Let's get back on dry land. Say, Tarek? Aye, Rookie, what is it? That loot you're always carrying around. You know how to play that thing, don't you? Why, I suppose I do. Good, because I was thinking it's a little gloomy here and we could use a little tune to lighten up the mood, know what I mean? Aye, then let me see what I can do. Hell yeah, is it music time? Oh! I like it. Wow. Oh my god. Supergiant Games, you've done it again. Sorry, I don't want to ruin this moment by talking nonsense over it, but how cool is this? Okay, onto the Black Basin. Let's just take this in for a bit. Very cool. They are so good with music in their games. They really are. They use it brilliantly. And look at Black Basin. Oh my god. It's kind of hot in here, isn't it? But we're back on dry land. But that looks like lava. Oh, we're still moving. At last, your wagon rumbles onto solid, jagged ground. The land called Black Basin. Your fellow exiles unpack the wagon so you can take stock of how best to reach your destination. So Black Basin, black bass, searing vapour. Oh, black bass did I say? Black glass, searing vapour and strangling forests mark forsaken lands that loom across the sea. The 8 scribes first discovered this, the northern landmass of the downside. Survey the surroundings. Okay, but let's have a chat with someone in here first. And it's Sir Gilman, and there's his shield on our shelf. Official certification of knighthood in the Commonwealth, off-sought by Worm Knights. And you got something on your mind, Gilly? You approach Sir Gilman, who must have just finished practicing his fencing manoeuvres. He regards with his single eye. Hail, Master Reader! This knight is determined to train harder, having joined the famous Nightwings. He shall ensure that this triumvirate continues to live up to its most feared reputation. This is such an honour! And this knight has a great deal of honour to regain. Having fled the Pyre Hearts, this knight fully expects now to conduct the rites in a most honourable fashion, to the fullest letter of the law described within the books. Some triumvirates this knight has met, and perchance mentioned by name, they are inclined to bend the rules a bit, sometimes a lot, and to prevail by any means they can. But this is wrong. The exile who refuses to obey the rules as they are written by the under King Ores and his 7 friends deserve neither his honour nor his freedom. Lastly, does this knight have confidence the Master Reader to resist any temptations to conduct the rites in any underhanded fashion? Well, if you're worried about us ever cheating, you can eject that thought right away, Gilman. We're going to play by the rules. Because yeah, if we cheat then we don't deserve the freedom. It's alright, we're the good guys. Now then, this knight must undergo a thorough cleansing, having trained until the point of foulness. So please excuse him, Master Reader. Yeah, go wash yourself. He slithers off, humming some sort of chivalrous tune. Cool, now shall we survey our sort of very hot area? Please don't set on fire, Black Wagon. So there's no clear path up the cliffs, so you will need to use what time you have to make one. You find that Headwind has asked for several volunteers to scout the area and report back. Alright, everyone, don't go too far, and let's meet back by dusk. Please, use caution. The exiles dwelling in these lands are, well, rather territorial. Great singing, by the way, Minstrel. You smashed it there. I'll have to get that on Spotify or something. For your part, you remain with the Black Wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see in any detail. Eventually, your companions make their way back, and everyone arrives as planned, or earlier. Hi, everyone. I'm back. I have come back. Faye returns from the east with little to report, save for word that the glowing molten rock there is very, very hot. This knight yet lives, although he has little else to report. The newest member of the group, Sir Gilman, returns from a northern pass, visibly shaken. He appears to have discovered an intense fear of heights. Oh god, poor sod. And what has Tizzo seen? Tizzo wonders whether any species of fish lives in this pool. It lives in the pools or rock nearby. I doubt it, unless they're sort of firefish. The little imp Tizzo seems disappointed to have left the water behind. He remains with you, near to the wagon. There is a western pass that seems traversable. If we travel by the light of dawn, the shadows on the crags may well cover our advance against whoever may be watching. Begging your pardon, I do not wish to contradict your strategy, madam, though, in my experience, we shall not remain hidden for long during the climb towards the nest of Triesta. So this must be where the next rite takes place. Yeah, it is. The exiled harp matriarch lived in solitude among these very cliffs. The exiles of the Hiring Remnants. You may have no love for them, inherently, but they have no such qualms with me, for now. I may be able to negotiate safe passage. So who are the Hiring Remnants? The last surviving faction of the Winged Harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth. They are as coarse as their feathers, they hold themselves superior, the Archjustice and the Robles. And I don't know that Roman numeral. I want to say 11? I could be wrong. Probably am wrong. Anyway, so the Lone Minstrel reckons he can negotiate a path. Okay, now if it's a choice between siding with the Lone Minstrel and Jodariel, I'm going to feel really bad because he puts up the better case. But we never side with Jodariel, do we? Negotiate? With them? Then Hedwyn steps in as the Lone Minstrel bows and backs away. Hey, let's not decide on this just yet. We're not going anywhere right now. That much we can agree on. We'll decide how best to go ahead come morning. For now, let's take the rest of the afternoon and get our bearings. Jodariel glares at the sky as everyone else disperses. You have the rest of the day to practice your vocations. Okay. Now, I did say we would give foraging a go this time. But I can't imagine we'd find anything good round here if no one else has. Would it be better to, maybe concentrate on a companion? But who, I wonder? Who did we do last time? Was it Ruki? So who would be close to a level? Ruki would be close to level 3. Ah, but then Sir Gilman is a little bit behind, so I'm thinking maybe we mentor him and get him at least close to where the rest of the people are. And then we'll also play our next rite. You can count on me for that, Gilman. We'll get you there. So he's not bad. He's another 15 glory person. That's not great. So we can't really run him, Tizzo, and Ruki because we'll be very low on damage. But let's give him a go. I'm going to give him a chance. This knight shall be your eager protege. You sit down with Sir Gilman to go over some of the subtler aspects of the rites, such as the state of banishment and how to return from it. You sense he's beginning to understand. Look at that. 2.5 now. He could possibly get 3 in the next rite. Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. And now let's choose a mastery for him. So if Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished, he shall instantly return. God, I hope it never comes to that. It means all 3 of us will be out the game. The one vow to Sea Sojourner was unable to keep was his vow to one day return to the Sea Dominion. And what's this one? After Sir Gilman banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall return instantly. Now that could be more handy, I think. Because we know how effective his combat move is. So if the other 2 or even the other 1 are out of play, we can get an instant respawn. I think that may be better for us. The Underking promised over time to seek justice for more than 3,000 of his fallen brethren. Let's do it. This knight has little fear of banishment should his self-sacrifice help clear a path for his compatriots. That's good to know, Sir Gilman. You're a cool dude. I respect you. And I think, looking at the time, that may be the best place to leave it. We didn't actually get to play a rite this episode, which is probably a first for the series, but we did get to try out Gilman as he took on the Pyre Hearts, and to be honest, he really beat them. They didn't stand a chance. But anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there. So if you enjoyed this episode of Pyre, please go ahead and leave a like. It helps out a great deal, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much. I really am loving this game. It's amazing. Recommend it to all. If you want to see more, we will continue our journey and probably face some sort of winged enemies in the next match. I've just got a suspicion about that. Go ahead and subscribe and I'll bring that to you. If you've got anything else you want to raise, anything at all, leave a comment below. What do you think of Gilman? Do you think he's a great addition to the team? Anything at all, leave it below and I'll make sure I get back to you. Alright, see you.